Hello and welcome to my 100% playthrough of D-Zone Gold. This is 1012.WAD or Room 101 and it will be played through GZ Doom. It was designed by Sok and he describes the map as follows. This Doom level is a collection of all the best ideas from all the levels that I have constructed over the past 6 months. It was designed as a one-player level, although multiplayer starts have been added. Room 101 makes use of the first 4 skill levels, but I did not bother testing this level with Nightmare mode as it is extremely silly. It is possible to complete an Ultra Violence level without cheats in about 20 to 40 minutes, 100% on kill and secret scores, depending on how well you know the level. I recommend you do not start at a high skill level, but work through the skill levels as each level is slightly different. By doing this, you will get more familiar with the level's layout and will be able to complete the higher skill levels much easier. I spent a long time making sure all the wall textures line up correctly as I am a bit of a perfectionist. This is the main reason for this level taking so long to construct and test. All the puzzles are not too difficult, but one comment I did have back from the testers is that certain puzzles cannot be completed easily with a mouse. Well, believe it or not, we've got ourselves a pretty good level in D-Zone. So that this first area is a little bit scammy because there's not much health and, as you can see, a lot of hit scanners. So we won't get rid of them first. Hopefully they'll actually get rid of each other. I do want to utilize these barrels here a little bit. Now the interesting part of this experience is that this WAD, 1012.WAD, it's another one of those that was originally a map for Doom 1, but was turned into a Doom 2 level for D-Zone for some reason. But the funny thing about that is that I think it was actually improved compared to the original version because of this beauty. We're actually going to get that as soon as possible. First we need to get rid of these guys carefully. And as you can see, there are some hit scanners on the ledge, which can scam us, but we're just going to hide behind the pillars and rush for the super shotgun right here. That's already 3 secrets down out of 8, I believe. Yeah, 8. And now we're going to deal with the hit scanners up on that ledge. I don't know why I went down here. There's nothing really much there. This wall you can shoot to open it. It's yet another secret. Just watch out for the enemies behind you. From here we get a very useful armor and some more health. And now to the main bulk of the map. This map is very mazy, so I'm probably going to be using the auto map a lot. But first, I want to go to this secret. Because it has an item that I really want, and that's a backpack. So now we've got, well, we got the super shotgun, we got the backpack, so we've got tools for the majority of this map. I'm going to be using the super shotgun a lot because there's plenty of ammo, and I like the super shotgun. We do get other weapons later, but I'll save them for the ending of the map mostly. This room, I'm going to try to use the barrels again here, if the enemies will allow it. They do. I have to admit, this part is simple, but pretty satisfying if you just manage to blow the barrels up. The issue is there's really nothing much in this area, just some more ammo and health. None of which we really need at the moment. But let's continue. This is the actual maze portion. It kinda reminds me of E1M2. But it's still a maze, a very rectangular maze, with a lot of closets that keep opening up. We're going to have to explore it very thoroughly. And we don't want to go there just yet. Yeah, see, there's a lot of closets that keep opening up. if you just cross some line devs. So I have to just walk pretty much everywhere. Or try to, at least. Now this is a fairly pointless room with some pinkies, but it has, again, more ammo, I guess. Which we don't really need. It now gives you a lot of resources, but it is a map from '94, so it is to be expected. Let's get the cackle, and what's in here? We can't go here just yet, but it did open up a closet, and I didn't want to go now. Oh, I actually did. Because there's a blue armor in here. I just wanted to go into this area a bit later. But it's no big deal, really. We're back in a familiar area. If you remember it, this is where we were just a minute ago. So the level is somewhat non-linear, but you still kind of have to go in the right direction to actually progress. There's nothing wrong with that, though. So this opened up when we crossed the line around here, and I can't open this door from this side. And there are some more enemies over there. I don't think that closet has opened up yet, or the area actually. Or has it? No. This is going to open later with a switch, if I'm not mistaken. It has some strange switches and line devs that open stuff up. You've already seen with the closets, but if I'm not mistaken, the switch that opens that wall is this one. And before we go there, I do want to get the rest of the weaponry, which is a rocket launcher right here, and also a plasma rifle right here. And I'm missing one secret. And I know where it is. It's actually right through here. If I just kill the enemies. This leads to a secret with a... well, it's kind of pointless, this secret, really, but... only one of these teleporter pads is actually a teleporter. I don't know why that's a stylistic choice, but oh well, it's at least interesting. Oh, what the hell? I don't know how these guys even got here. This room is really supposed to be empty with just a Hell Knight. But the funny thing is that in the original map, this was a Baron in the map for Ultimate Doom. So that's yet another change that's actually for the better. Now I do want to go through here, and hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. The battle to kill a bunch of enemies coming from that closet to ambush us. And this area is pretty dangerous because of the hit scanners on the opposite side, but hopefully they'll kill each other. Let's just continue into here. And funny enough, this area sort of locks us in. See? We're locked in. How do we get out? Well, we do need to cross this trench, and once again there's enemies behind us. That's something I really like about this map, how it tries to make it so that the enemies are never only in front of you. That's genuinely how you design good encounters. So it's very nice to see in a map from '94. Just that, you know, it still has those '90s tropes, like the enemy placement is well, places tanky enemies for really no reason. Oh, that guy is trying to scam me. And he's kind of succeeding. Fortunately, there is a soul sphere right here. Yeah, I lost a lot of health here for absolutely no reason because I'm bad at this game. But anyway, that switch opened up a closet right here. If we press this switch, that opens up this area. Some specters. And if we get in, we light it up. That's going to be a thing in with another closet later on. Just it's really dark in there, but if you just walk in, you light it up. You'll see what I mean. And yeah, now these enemies have been released from this closet right here. While we were locked in, and they heard the noise, so they came after us. But now we have the blue key, so we can go for the blue door, and hopefully I haven't forgotten any kills in this area, because the blue door actually leads basically to the final stretch of the map. And I don't know how many kills I'm supposed to have, I forgot to check that, but hopefully it's everything. The blue door is right here. Now this is probably the most interesting area in the entire map. This is actually a pretty well designed fight. I just need to kill these guys beforehand. Because believe it or not, the pinkies up there are actually kind of dangerous, because there are going to be monster-only teleporters that open up. And yeah, I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to, well, yeah, there's an archwell, but also I want to get rid of the enemies right here, so we don't have to fight on two fronts, basically. Oh no, he shot it. Okay. If any of the enemies shoot the barren walls, this entire closet opens up and releases pinkies. So now we have to deal with the pinkies and the archvile and everything that releases with the archvile. Fortunately, should be able to handle this just fine. We have the plasma for it. And yeah, this is the room that I was talking about that lights up when you walk into it. This one is actually full of pinkies, so if you know about this, if you know about the fact that it lights up, you can sort of deal with them more easily if you're trying to clear the closet after the fight is over. If you're fortunate enough that the enemies didn't release those pinkies, that is. But yeah, that's. Funny thing is, like, clearly the archvile wasn't here in the original map. This is an enemy positioning by people who compiled D-Zone. And I don't know if it's accidental brilliance, but the archvile actually really adds a lot into this fight. Yeah, this is the final stretch. I'm just going to launch some rockets, and I'm getting lag spikes for no reason. That's I think the third time during this playthrough. It's not a video thing, it like my game actually lagged. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, and here we need to press a couple switches to raise the bridge in the middle. Is to raise two parts, then another switch right here raises another part and releases more enemies. Something similar on the other side. And I'm terrible at aiming, and this takes us to a familiar area. We can see the start here, but now we can grab the yellow key. So the map is fairly linear, but it sort of wraps around itself. It's a nice touch. And now we just need to deal with the final room. And it's pretty easy, just fire a lot of rockets into this room. And you'll deal with everything. Now, am I missing kills? No, I've actually got everything. It's very nice. So we can exit. So, like I said, this is a map from 1994, and for the year it came out, it's actually really good. Like the author, he mentioned in the text file that he is a bit of a perfectionist, so uh, he was a bit anal about texture alignment, which is pretty obvious in there. All the textures are very neatly aligned, which isn't always a thing with maps this old, because, well, the editors back then, you couldn't just press a button and everything would auto-align. No, you would have to align everything by hand, which was tedious, but in the end, if you really wanted to bother with that to create nice visuals for the map, it was clearly worth it. But what strikes me the most about this map is that, well, the fights are more clever than in your usual 1994 map. Like I said, it tries to do a thing where the encounters aren't really front-loaded. Like, you get enemies in front of you, but if you cross a certain line, they have more enemies spawn behind you, so you're sort of sandwiched between them, and it creates a bit more tension. It creates more interesting fights, which is very nice to see in a map this old. I really don't know if this author made anything else, but I kinda hope he stuck around, because he did have some neat ideas for this map. But I'll stop rambling. I'll see you in the next one.